welcome back to the big debate from Davos, Switzerland, where we're talking about women's rights. Now, these are the cartoons of Kanika Mishra in India. She has faced death threats for her work. She created a cartoon character called Karnika Kahen, and she went after a Hindu guru by the name of Asaram Bapu, a man highly respected in Indian society and close to the ruling party. He had made some crude comments about the Delhi rape victim, saying that she should have begged her attackers. And Kanika is with us here in Davos. Tell us what actually happened in this particular case and how Indian society reacted.
Actually, when I came to know about this news that Asaram is a religious guru who is followed by millions and very powerful man, that he is allegedly raped a minor girl, and police was searching for him. So I started making cartoons on him. And when I started putting all those cartoons on my Facebook and Twitter account, his followers came and started abusing me and threatening me. Like, they will kill me, and they will kill my husband, and they will rape me, and they will cut my nose and everything like that.
So you went after a religious leader, someone who is supposedly well respected in Indian society, and then this is the response that you got from his supporters. They said you must be murdered and said that you must be raped.
Yes.
All right. NK Singh, even in a situation where someone does speak up.
Well, you know, I think that I'm glad Kanika is here, and I am privileged to hear Kanika in person about her experience. Let me say this, Kanika, that Asaram Bapu right now is where he belongs, languishing in jail. Asaram Bapu faces multiple charges of inducing women on the ground of one religious thing or the other, and then of sexually exploiting them. He has not been protected. Far from that, he's languishing in jail, and what she has faced, I think, is completely unacceptable. Religious leaders and their followers are expected to respect the law and not go after people who want to respect the law.
Why this nexus between political leaders and religious leaders, like give and take relationship? And when the election comes, they go to take blessings, and then the religious leaders ask their followers to vote for the particular party, and then when they will win the election, they will again support to grow up the religious leaders. So why that kind of this relationship is going on? Because ultimately what they do, they molest women, they rape minors, and all these things, so-called these religious leaders, all they do.
And I'd actually like our minister to respond to that as well and just talk about, particularly when you're living in a democracy, and you are representing a society that is multicultural, multi-religious, and there's often this close relationship between the church, for example, in South Africa, and Hinduism, I suppose, in India, and people having support from particular churches, and the discomfort that that she's talking about when those situations, when that person then does something opposite to what your values might be.
Hinduism does not defend or promote any of these aberrant things.
And I can accept that, but in this case, the supporters of this particular person said those things. Pretending to be proper Hindus. Minister?
Yes, Siki, look, the church played a very, very great role in South Africa. Everybody knows, in fighting apartheid. They're supporting ideals, particular ideals of liberation and morality, etc. And I think they're still doing so, even now in South Africa. It will be very wrong, of course, for any political party to defend any particular sect because of political support. They must support ideals, they must support the rules, and when something goes wrong, justice must take its course.
I think it's important for all of us to accept that when you run democracies, you must run a secular state. Because otherwise, you are going to get all of these loyalties and conflicts, which never, ever end up well. The church, the Hinduism, the Muslim religion, whatever religion you practice, should be separate from running a sovereign state.
But it doesn't bar you.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't bar you in a state which is as laïque as France, where it's a principle since 1789, that when you write against religious, like Charlie Hebdo, they killed 12 people in the name of, you know, you don't touch to the prophet.